Tonight in the courts, the DOJ is stepping up its game on that Mar-a-Lago search and the January 6th riots. A woman claims DNA from a rape kit she submitted was used to convict her of a crime, and what some local courts are doing to fight human trafficking. Off the top, the Department of Justice taking the most aggressive steps so far in its criminal probe of the events leading up to January 6th. DOJ seized the cell phones of two top campaign advisors to former President Donald Trump. They've also subpoenaed dozens of aides, including Trump's 2020 campaign manager Bill Stepien and Sean Dolman, the campaign's chief financial officer.
When it comes to the criminality, that's not our role. DOJ has, I think, a pretty fulsome investigation going. 2 months ago, I had no clue what was going on. And that's going to be where this baton, so to speak, is handed to, not by us. We may have a criminal referral. I think that's likely, but with their investigation from here out. And look, we've got to hold people to account. If the rule of law says you can attempt a coup as long as you fail, and you won't be held responsible, that is way more dangerous for this country than some, fear of short-term violence or riots in the street.
DOJ is continuing its criminal investigation into classified documents that were found at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. On Thursday, Florida federal judge Eileen Cannon denied DOJ's request that she reconsider her order blocking DOJ's access to the classified documents for use in their ongoing criminal investigation. She also appointed a special master, Judge Raymond Dearie. Dearie has a solid reputation, a longtime federal judge in New York, former federal prosecutor, was appointed to the bench by President Ronald Reagan back in 1986. He has until November 30th to complete his review of the about 11,000 documents that were retrieved. But DOJ promised that it would appeal Cannon's decision if she didn't grant them access to those classified documents. That appeal will go up to the 11th Circuit, and 6 of the 11 active judges on that court were appointed by Trump. Meantime, Donald Trump continues to claim he declassified all the documents, at least in interviews and on Truth Social, where none of his statements are under oath or subject to the penalty of perjury. In fact, his legal team didn't go so far as to say the documents were declassified in the court filings, and perhaps that's because if it were to turn out not to be true, well, they could get disbarred or worse.
Mr. Patel said he witnessed you giving verbal orders to declassify the papers that ended up at Mar-a-Lago. Do you remember making those orders?
That's correct. And not only that, I think it was other people also were there. But I have the absolute right to declassify. Absolute. A president has that absolute right. And a lot of people aren't even challenging that anymore.